So today's the day I get my garage. It's a really cold, wet fall day. So I kind of feel bad for these guys setting this up in this weather, especially it being a metal building. Here's the building unassembled. And hopefully in about 7 hours we have a garage. We're going to film the whole process, so stay tuned for that. So I ordered this building from Allen's Factory Outlet online. It's a Carolina brand carport, and Carolina Carports also does the install. I designed it on Allen's Factory Outlet website, and based on the specs you choose, that's where you'll get your cost. I ordered this in March, and June is when I got the pad up, and I had to send pictures of the pad to show that it was done so they'd process an order. They'll take your deposit as soon as you order, but they won't actually start fabricating your building and putting your kit together until they see that you have a place to put the building, whether it's on asphalt, cement, or gravel. So after I get the pictures set up, they process the order and started putting the kit together, and then they installed it on October 26th. So it took about 7 months from start to finish. I don't know if COVID had anything to do with that. This building has a 20-year rust-through warranty, and the 3 guys showed up to put it up. These guys do this work all the time. They did a great job, and I guess that's the biggest advantage with this building is basically getting a building in one day. The garage is all assembled. I figured I'd give you a quick tour and do a short review of what I like about it and what I don't necessarily like about it. So this building is a 22 by 31. It's actually only 30 feet inside. They count the 6 inches on the outside as the 6 inches on either end of the building as part of the floor space. That's technically not right. It's only 30 feet inside. So I didn't really catch that at first. I thought I was getting a true 31 by 22 building, which is why the front of the building is pretty wide here in the front. I thought I was going to leave 6 inches all the way around the building like they asked me to for the install. When you do this, you want to install it, or you can install it on a pad or just regular gravel. So this building was just bolted down. That's how it's secured. I guess they have other ways of securing them if you decide you just want to install it on gravel. So the installers did a really good job of setting this up for the most part. There's a couple of flaws here and there up at the peak of the roof. I don't know if it's the installers or maybe just the way that it's made, but some things like that could be better. They did a good job at putting the corners together here, and this metal doesn't have any type of channel at the top. It just sits on top, but the building's sealed up really well by this channel, and it goes by the doors and all three doors, the 2-man doors and the garage door. So the building's frame is 2.5-inch channel. This is a really strong building. The more they were setting it up, the stronger it got. Most of the parts on here most of the parts do come pre-cut. There's a few things that the installers have to do themselves. These legs on the outside are an example of that. You can see I don't know how well you can tell, but if you look at the back uprights, you can tell the one kind of towards the middle here where I'm filming is off a little bit. They made it just a little bit short, so they kind of had to make it work. So there's little things like that that your installers will cause. It's not really the manufacturer's fault, but overall the installers did do a great job on this building. The doors have a pretty high threshold here, which I didn't really like. It's about 2.5 inches tall, maybe closer to 3 inches tall, with the door sitting on there. These man doors are pretty lightweight. They're just an aluminum frame with insulation in the middle and then a fiberglass panel on either side. I mean, they're pretty strong, but you could probably run through them if you needed to. That aluminum frame just screws right to the steel beams in the inside, right to the steel frame, so it makes for a quick install, but they do put that nice channel around it, and that channels out the water pretty well. You saw us messing around with this garage door towards the end of the video. What was wrong is there's a seam that came apart in the roll-up door. I'll see if I can show you, see if we have enough light. So nobody can see, but these metal pieces are just seamed together, just kind of pressed together. And this part actually came apart. This seam actually came apart. So they did their best to stitch it together for me so I could use it in the meantime, and they're gonna bring me back another door. So they call this a garage, but I would think of it more like a storage unit. This door is messed up, so they didn't put the locks on for me, but actually there's a lock that goes on each side, and you actually have to put padlocks on it, and it locks from the outside just like a storage unit would. And the man doors kind of remind me of
a storage unit as well with high thresholds. But overall, we're really happy with this building. It's a lot of space for not a whole lot of money. I would certainly recommend them. They had it up in that one day, and the installers, like I said, did a pretty good job putting it up. So in the next couple videos, I'm going to be framing this far wall and putting a small little room in the back there. And I'll show you how I'm going to do that to get around those braces. And I'm also going to be installing my sub panel. It's going to be a 100 amp sub panel, and that'll be plenty to power my plasma cutter and my welders. So eventually this whole thing is going to be framed in with wood and insulated, wired, and drywalled. It might seem a little bit redundant to do those things, you know, after I have the metal building up. Why didn't I just build a stick built building or a pole building? One, there's a ton of rock in our ground here, and to do anything we got to sit here and use a jackhammer after we down about 2 feet and bust down to get below the frost line, bust through the rock. And for the price of lumber, I think it's gonna be a lot cheaper just to use the 2x4s and some 2x8s across the top to frame this in. And also I had a building put up in a day, the whole shell's put up. So this winter I can just work on the inside here. So I'm pretty excited to finish this building and show you how I'm gonna do the framing and the drywall, and especially installing the sub panel. I don't know too many people that put those in, but they're really useful tying off from a main panel. So I look forward to showing you how to do that as well. Thanks for watching Brettley Built.